Welcome back to our last episode. Today we have Miss Montgomery with us. You can say hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Welcome. Our first question is, do you know of anyone that has alcohol addiction or alcohol problems?
Yes, I do. Both my stepmother and my dad passed away due to alcohol addiction problems.
That kind of runs into my next question of how that affected you and your family, but clearly it doesn't need to be answered.
Well, but I can say it greatly affected all of us.
Right.
To lose two people, and for my half-brothers to lose both their parents
Right.
to an alcohol problem.
What do you think is the biggest contribution to alcohol addiction?
I think part of the problem with alcohol addiction is that it's more acceptable in society to drink than it is to do other things. So a lot of people fall into a trap where they drink because everybody drinks, and we have a few drinks on a Friday night, and we have a few drinks at the baseball game, and it is easy for it to become a problem without people realizing that it's becoming a problem.
So do you have like any personal connection to alcohol after all that stuff happened to you?
Well, to be honest, I just feel that I have to be very careful after seeing what my dad specifically went through. My dad essentially was an alcoholic, even though I didn't like to admit that he was. So for me, I feel like I have to be very careful, because if it runs in the family, I don't ever want to go down that path, if that makes sense.
What do you think our community could do differently to help stop alcohol addiction?
That's a really good question. Like I said, because it's so socially acceptable to drink, I think if people could be more, if people could be more understanding and maybe more open to talking about problems and supporting each other when they have problems, then people could hopefully get the help that they need.
Any more questions?
I got one more. If you could change the law or how, like the restrictions on it, what would you do?
You mean like restrictions for the legal drinking age, or just
Just like in general, like change, if you could change one thing, what would it be to kind of help slowly solve the problem?
That's a great question. I honestly don't know what I would change, other than the fact that if people would be able to admit they had a problem and get help easier. I know that's not really a law, but if people could get help easier, I think that would help a lot.
Right. All right.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
And goodbye.